Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Jalen Says. And today we are with someone that I guess it would be worked with, but I'm not sure if it counts as worked with. But he is an incredible coach. He is all right. Now, a lot of you might know him already, but let me hype him up. Let me add some more suspense. He's been in this business for almost 2 decades. That is a crazy amount of experience, and it's incredible seeing what he's doing and seeing how he's sharing his knowledge, because it's something that a lot of people want to know how to do, but not a lot of people have either the resources or just really the availability to do so. And I see how he's just making, I guess, a change to how people could work with their coach on, I guess, the whole entertainment spectrum. And it's really cool. It's really cool to see. And it's really cool to see the things that he's doing, because he's worked with a lot of people and he is incredible at doing so. But before we get into today's incredible interview, we have to thank our sponsors. You know what time it is. It's on Time Sunwear. We're sunwear that's always on time. Now, they have some incredible sunwear, some fantastic sunwear, actually, and it's incredible for the price. If you guys are interested in some very nice looking shades and very nice looking sunwear, please check out On Time Sunwear on Instagram. I mean, they've been a really, I guess, the longest sponsor on the show. They are someone that we know personally, and they are just a really inspirational person. Their whole motto is "Let's get to work." And let me tell you, they got to work with these sunglasses. They're incredible, they're stylish, and they're affordable. So if you guys do really want some on-time sunwear, please check out On-Time Sunwear on Instagram. Now we have the Mitchell's Academy of Music and Dance. I've been with the Mitchells for a couple of years now, and I could see my improvement. And the Mitchells, they're an incredible group. They are just fantastic. Like when you walk in, you could feel the music. You know they love the music. It's a really spectacular thing. And they have an incredible skill for teaching it as well. So if you do have a passion for music and dance, please check out the Mitchell's Academy of Music and Dance. Now, without further ado, I know. I already talked about it. He's doing a lot of stuff. All right, you haven't dropped the name yet. I mean, sure, you might have looked at the title, but today we are with Mr. Coach John Alexander. How are you doing today, sir?
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. Thank you. I am good. I am happy to be here for the second time. Yes, I made it. You know, you're doing great for yourself when you make Jalen Says. So
Thank you.
for me to be back again for the second time, I am just so happy. So thank you for allowing me to come on again. I appreciate it.
It's first off, thank you for
You must
doing
be
what you do, and thank you for I know it's been a couple years now. I need to finish it. I know. It's just a lot of stuff's been happening, but thank you so much for coaching me and showing me a lot. Because I mean, even though it wasn't the longest, and let me tell you, I am gonna get back to it. I already been having ideas and stuff like that, but I could tell that you really have a passion for screenwriting, and it's
right.
very incredible. So I guess to get the ball rolling, who is Coach John?
Well, I am the screenwriting coach. Let's go back, take it back, rewind track, as they call it. Started writing screenplays back in the late 2000s.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, okay. In late 2000s.
I'm sorry, you're kind of going in and out. The last thing I heard was early
Can you guys hear
2000s.
that? Oh,
Hello?
yeah. Can you guys hear me now? I basically in the late 90s, early 2000s, really started getting the ball rolling, learn in
Coach John, if you excuse me for just 1 second, it
actually,
does sound like you're going in and out a little bit. So can you try to like reload the link to see if that fixes it? Because right now you're kind of going in and out for me and on the stream. I'm sorry, we are having a bit of technical difficulties. But to really piggyback off what he was saying, he has had a lot of years of experience. And it's pretty spectacular because now I am, I guess, getting into getting more I guess I'm getting more mature in what I'm doing with my acting with my show and stuff like that. And I've seen how much I've improved with the short amount of time that I've been doing it. And he's been doing this for over 18 years, which is pretty spectacular. It shows how much dedication he has to the craft and how much just potential you have to grow when you work with him. And I'm sorry, we are having a bit of technical difficulties, but he will be rejoining us shortly. Now, Black History Month just ended just a little bit ago. It's now March. Now there's going to be a lot of more stuff coming up. If you guys do remember, like I guess it's almost 2 weeks ago now, a week and a half ago, I was doing an event for Black History Month, and oh wait, he's back. But if you guys do want to share something about what you loved about this Black History Month, just put it down in the comments. But he is back. How are you doing?
All right, let's see if this gonna work.
Yes, it sounds much clearer now.
Much better. Had to move the dynamics. I guess we were talking about who I am, right?
Yes, the last thing we heard was early 2000s.
Yeah, I started writing screenplays like in the late 90s, early 2000s, kind of way before, you know. But and then I started learning, you know, the techniques of it. I started getting books. I ordered some screenplays. Back in the day, you had to order screenplays, like to get the physical copy of it. So I got a copy of Boys in the Hood and Dallas because I want to learn how to write TV and film. So I studied that, did a whole bunch of other stuff, started sending out query letters. Back in the day, when you start sending out letters to Hollywood, I would use a postcard, and then I would use a return postcard already stamped, trying to be creative. Sometimes it would tell me, I love you being creative, but no thank you at this time. So then I left and went to LA, went to UCLA for creative writing program. They had a school there. The guy told me, hey, you want to come to our program? Because he saw one of my scripts. And he said, we love your style. You're just kind of green. And we want you to come to our school and be more proficient as a screenwriter. So went to UCLA, part of some other writing jobs, interning on a few things, BET, UPN. Then the strike took place in 2007. And that's when I learned how to be screenwriter hire, to learn how to get paid writing screenplays for folks. I took that, ran with it. And then in 2019, I can tell you what I was when I decided to do the class and start training people how to write screenplays. I was about to take a shower, and I developed Coach John's Screenwriting Academy. So that's where in 2019, Coach John's Screenwriting Academy became what it is today. And that's how I'm up here with you, met you and everybody else, over 100 plus people since 2019, and I am here.
Wow.
That's a little bit. That's a little bit. That's just a little bit.
So did you always know that you were going to be growing up to be a screenwriter, or did you have...
First, I thought I was going to be a rapper. My rap name was Punky P. Thought I was going to be a rapper.
You still, like, honestly, like, if you think about it, rapping and writing, kind of like screenwriting, they have like a middle twin, which is writing. So technically, you could still do it.
That's true, but not at my age. No, Not at all. I thought I was gonna be a rapper back in the, when I was in my teens. Then I thought I was gonna be a professional wrestler. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be the first black champion. Then reality hit. I really thought I was gonna be a football player. Got all the way to college, tore my knee. Acting, that was something I knew I could do, was act. So when I was in college, I went on a call, was called the Chitlin Circuit, and started acting up there. But writing, that really didn't tell my own stories, really didn't start until 1991, after I saw Boys in the Hood. After I saw Boys in the Hood, I really wanted to start telling my own stories. So I did a little bit of low budget films on my own, one for a school project. That school project turned into a whole citywide. I didn't realize that. I even had somebody do the soundtrack in school, in high school. So
this was a high school
project. Yeah, it was for a school project. It was called Down and Out. It was a school project. So we got a bunch of friends, and one of them gangster movies at the time, and we used blood. We used ketchup for blood. One of those. And it turned out to be a big thing in school, because then everybody wanted to see it. And you realize we had a movie, so hey, we were making money sending out VHS tapes to people in school, the teachers. They wanted to see the movie, so it became a phenomenon in school. Even though it was for a school project, I got an A+ in it, but it turned out that everybody in the whole school wanted to watch the movie. So I did that, and then I started developing more about being creative writing and wanted to tell my own stories. And that's how screenwriting actually came about. Because I always wanted to create my own stories, create my own vision, and that's where that came from.
So do you always want to, I guess, stay in the writer's seat, or do you have ideas of either being in the director's seat or being in front of the camera?
Being in front of the camera, the only time you can get me in front of the camera is on podcasts. Or if I'm doing training, or if I'm doing my probably TikTok, Facebook training videos are going live, that's the only time you're going to see me in front of the camera, like I am now. That's all. I don't want to be a director. Oh, no, sir. I give directors much respect. No. I've seen so many directors running around with their head cut off. I will say this to the people that's watching. Do not belittle directors. It's one of the most hardest things to do. And I've seen it. I was an assistant director on 2 movie sets. It's not for the weak at heart. I give props to all of the directors, filmmakers, executive producers, AD, line producers who put this together. It's not easy. You just can't say, here's a camera and I'm going to film a movie. No, it's not like that. So I give props to all the directors, anybody else other than the writers behind the scene. Even though us writers have to do rewrites and revisions while we're on set, but for directors and people that have to put these people together and have to deal with the headaches and the egos and stuff like that, more power to you guys. More power to you.
So what made you want to become a assistant director for those projects here?
I really didn't. They had no other choice to say, hey, coach, you want to be an assistant director as well? I was a script supervisor. I was forced into. I really didn't. And then the second one, I said, all right, let me help. No, but I got a good education on directing. Had to hold a camera, had a whole different angle for a camera. Had to make sure, okay, this is the wide shot. Had to do it 3 or 4 times, the same scene in different angles 3 or 4 times. So I learned all that, making sure the sound is right, the boom mic, making sure they good to go, making sure that we hear it, making sure that the cinematic of the actual scene is good when you go back and rewatch it on the video. That's what I learned about being a director. And and also helping them learn how to do the drones. Like now, directors use drones and learning how to work the drones for aerial shots as well as too. So I was forced into it. Forced.
Were you able to, I guess, get a groove down and enjoy the moment besides like all the teaching opportunities?
I love every time being on the set. I mean, there was times that we been on set from 11 a.m. to 12 in the morning, and I loved it. You got to love the business. You have to love it. I remember one time we was on the set. Only time I stayed in the hotel was to sleep for about a couple hours, and that was it. But you enjoy it. You enjoy being on the set. You enjoy seeing something that you help create is going to turn into something. That's the joy of it. You have to have passion for this business. And I always say you got to have passion for this business or you just following the trend. Which one are you? Passionate about this business or you following the trend? If you follow the trend, that one trick pony that you think gonna make you some money, it's not gonna make it. Then that trend you thought is gonna be over, you're gonna quit. But if you're passionate about this business, you know that you have to trust the process. It's a hurry up and wait business because Hollywood can chew you and spit you out. And you have to be patient, patience. We had a producer told us yesterday, be patient. Had a client, be patient. So that's how I take it. So I enjoy it. I'm about to be on set in Dallas next weekend. And then I got to do a workshop in between that. So Saturday and Sunday, I'll be on the set. But in between shooting the movie, I got to do a workshop between 1 and 4 p.m. Shameless plug, Dallas, Texas. So I got to do that on Saturday, then come back and film be on the set again as a consultant. I'll probably be doing something else on Sunday. So I'm looking forward
to that. How often are you on set every, I guess, month?
I say it's about to be every month. The strike kind of night took everything out at the beginning. Usually be up there about once a month, probably a couple weekends. It all depends on how big the budget is and how bad they want you to be on the set. So I say once a month. I know now it's gonna be once a month. I know for my movie coming out that we got to do, we're gonna be up there for like 74 days, 80 days straight. It's a big budget, and I'm gonna be the script supervisor. I know I'm gonna be the script supervisor on that one. I'm not gonna be transferred over to no director, anything like that. Nope, it's already set. You're a script supervisor on your own movie that you help write. So nope, I'm not transitioning over to no director. They're gonna have a veteran director, someone. So I say like every month. I know it's gonna be like every month now. For now on, every month I'm gonna be on some set, or maybe 60 straight days, 28 straight days. It all depends on the budget. It all depends on which company is producing the movie. If it's low budget, it can be a weekend thing. If it's a big budget, it could be 28 straight days, maybe 60 days, maybe 90 days. With a trailer. I'll be in the trailer.
That is a lot. But before I get into more of the jobs that people behind the scenes can have, because I want to know, do you ever have ideas of producing? But before that, thank you all the audience that showed up. Thank you, Zakia. Thank you, Miss Angel. Thank you, Mr. Jason. Thank you all for showing up. Make sure you like. And if you guys do have any questions, hey, just put them down in the comments. We'll make sure to answer them.
Definitely do so. I will answer all your questions.
Yeah. What is your opinion about producing?
That's harder than being a director, but you have to enjoy it. I say being a producer or executive producers is like being a CEO. Mm-hmm. You're in charge. That means that everything has to go through you. It means you still have to deal with the egos. Of course, every production gonna have their little moments. People gonna have their egos. People gonna get tired of one another. People are going to, get stressed out, tedious moments. That's part of the business. But at the end of the day, they're all gonna still come together as a family and make this one of the best films possible or TV shows. Mm. So I think producing it's not a cookie cutter thing where, hey, I'm a producer, You know, you got to go through just like a CEO. You your own boss. You're the boss. They looking at you. If everything falls off, they're looking at you. If nothing on gets right, somebody falls off set, the makeup department is not there on time, who they gonna blame? You, because you are the head person in charge. Everything falls on you because you are the executive producer. Now you can be a producer, just say, okay, here's the money. I'm producing, but I'm not part of it. But my credit is going to be as producer because I'm putting money down. You can be a producer that way, just giving them money because you're funding the movie. You can get credit as producer that way. If you don't want to be a part of it, look, I'm just a money person, but I'm going to get credit as producer. That's fine. But if you are the executive producer, that means that everything has to go through you. All the problems, all the success, all the great results still goes through you because you're the executive producer. It's your baby.
Thank you, Miss Karen, for joining on. Hi. Also, to get the other thing, like the elephant out the room, with the whole strike, it just ended. I guess a couple months ago now. But you said there you were also in the industry when there was the 2007 strike. So did having that strike kind of, I guess, let you be more prepared for the strike that just recently happened, or?
It did. The 2007 strike was right in time when I was just a newbie, so to speak, almost a newbie in the business. At that time, the strike was mostly on reality TV. It wasn't as big as it was this previous one because the first time that the writers and the actors went on strike. That was big. And then you might as well say it was a strike, but business was still going on at home. COVID. But the 2007 strike was my first one. People was going crazy because they weren't working on sets and stuff like that. And I was a newbie. I was like, okay, that's how my screenwriter for hire business got started. It really wasn't. It affected, but it really didn't affect me too much because I saved up some money. A lot of people like scrambling. Can I pay my mortgage and stuff like that? Strike didn't last that long, like the one they just had recently.
Yeah.
But it did prepare because I kind of expect what was happening. You know how the strike runs. Mostly how how jobs just stop, how you can't be on set, how you can't work, how you can't send out emails and stuff like that nowadays. I learned that. So how to prepare yourself from how to prepare yourself from this past strike, the 2007 strike kind of helped me out because I was prepared and knowledgeable of know what not to do or what to do for this strike here for writers.
So how did your screenwriter for hire business translate into your screenwriting academy?
Well, good question. That's a very good question. Well, I was getting clients, and one person asked me, "Hey," at the time I wasn't Coach John. I was just Mr. Alexander. Mr. Alexander, the producers love the screenplay that you did for me, and they want to hire me as a writer. Can you teach me how to write the screenplays? I said, okay, cool. I did that, and I did that. She got hired on set. So then a couple months later, someone came by me and asked me, can you teach me how to write a screenplay? And then that's when I had a light bulb moment. I said, Coach John Screenwriting Academy. So yes, it kind of coincides with me, getting hired, being a screenwriter for hire. I had some producers ask me, hey, I want you to come down and teach some of these people how to write screenplays. So all that kind of came together, and I said, you know what? Something is telling me that I need to form an academy. And I was going to do the academy differently than most screenwriting academies that's out there. So I had a sit down plan of attack, how to do it, how I'm going to be different from anybody else. So in 2019, the academy got officially started, and it came from being a screenwriter for hire. So that was another avenue to do. I'm still writing screenplays for folks still, but that still became another avenue to take as a screenwriter for hire. And also, it'd be a great way for me to say, listen, I'm still out in the field. Ain't like I'm teaching you and I got credits back from 1983, like some folks be doing. Oh, I've been successful in Hollywood since my first films in 1983. Man, I wasn't even thinking about nothing in 19. I was still thinking about toys. 1983, and you're gonna teach me how to write screenplays in 2020, 21? Get out of
I
here.
wasn't even thinking in 1983.
Huh?
I wasn't even thinking in 1983.
I was barely born in 1983. You know, you got people using their 1993 credentials to teach people how to write screenplays. And I know I've been in some of these screenwriting classes. They be boring. And I'd be wanting to fall asleep. I was just in one. It was a film festival, and I was in one. Man was just reading the prompt on a monitor, and that's all he was doing. For me to stay awake, I had to answer questions to keep my hand up and start answering questions, or else I was gonna fall asleep. Like, you can't bore me. I'm going to engage and make sure that, hey, you're gonna have yourself a good time, but you're gonna be educated. But that's how I started the screenwriter academy, through the screenwriter for hire business.
And on your website, by what I see, it's a motto to be basically face-to-face, 24/7 availability. How do you manage all your clients while having that type of availability as a coach?
It's easy. If you teach them the right way, they'll call, for anything, or text me for anything. Nowadays I have not only the one-on-one, but I have the online where you can self-study, where you can graduate, you can learn and graduate at your own pace, but you still have an access to talk to me one-on-one. It's been helpful. It's been great, because most professors or instructors, you can't even reach them. You can barely reach them through email. And you better hope they respond back. So say, for instance, you got a question about, a scene. Your class is in the next couple of days, and you don't hear back from your professor, and it's your homework. You may miss your homework because your professor didn't get back to you in time. That's one of the reasons why I'm different, because you can talk to me, text me, I'll give you your answer. If I need to go into your screenwriting software to help you out, I do that as well. And that way, for the next class, you've already have your homework done. We go over it and then go to the next step. So I made that. I'm wanting to be different from that. I have a lot of people that come to my class and say, I spent thousands of dollars on screenwriting classes, and the professor ain't taught me jack, like nothing. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So that's one of the things that I'm proud to say, and I have over 100 some graduates so far. And look at you, just by learning screenwriting a little bit. Look what you're doing. So I say that my goal is make sure you guys get results and change your lives. That's my goal. I don't care about how many followers I get. I want to know how many lives I change with screenwriting. How much results I get. I'm grateful that I'm able to change lives. So many people is still in the business, still doing things, still writing, still producing, want to get their stuff out. That's my goal. My long-term goal is to make sure that you enjoy the process, you're passionate about it, and it's going to change your lives.
Yeah, and when I look on your Facebook, I see that people, even though what you just said, it's not just for results, it's for really just the learning and what you can apply it to. I see that people are getting results and people are getting really out there, and it's incredible. Now, to get back to what you were saying, you said there was a one-on-one and there was also an online class. you started back in 2019 before like online classes were mainstream. How were you able to, I guess, segue with the pandemic?
It was one of the best times to do it because everyone was home during the pandemic. And I was able enough to do the one-on-one during the pandemic. So it was easy to just do the one-on-ones easier. The pandemic, I was halfway small at the time, but now since it's bigger, now you have the choice of doing a one-on-one. The one-on-one, the online. It's almost like doing a Zoom or over the phone like we did. But the difference is that I will personalize. For instance, I send you the video, the online training video module. Then you go do your homework. You send me back your homework. I will personalize, do a video training module for you of your homework and give you the next steps for your next class and email it back to you. So that's almost like doing a one-on-one, but it's a video. That way you can always go back, rewind, and check it out for your homework assignment. You can take the class anywhere you possibly can. You don't have to wait for your Zoom, one-on-one Zoom to do the class. You can be on an airplane. You can be waiting at the airport somewhere, eating, watching your homework, going over your homework, and going over your training. And now a lot of people graduate from it. So that's the thing now that I'm doing differently, is doing the because a lot of people say, well, my work schedule and I can't do it at night, can't do it in the morning. Well, that's why I do the online version. I send you the video. You go over the video at any time. You can be in the bed watching the video, and then you do your homework. Once you do your homework and send me the homework, then I will go over your homework, do a personalized training video for your homework, and send that video out to you, and that will continue to be a rotation thing until you graduate.
How did you, I guess, have the idea to do the digital process?
I've seen a lot of folks do it. Someone told me to do the digital one. One of my students actually graduates, and a producer said, "Why don't you just do it digitally? It save you time, save a lot of energy. That way you can get more clients to do it. That way it's not a lot of headache. And then if they miss a day, then you can just send them a video. No matter what, the video is there. It's their chance to graduate. And some people may be like, I wanted to take the class, but I want to do it on my own time. I can't do it this week. I can't get on a call on Thursday. So by me doing it digitally, that way they can be more comfortable learning the process and graduate at their own pace. They can be anywhere. You don't have to be stationary. You can be anywhere, learning the art, and graduate at your own pace. I've seen people that graduate in 4 weeks. I've seen people that I do the pitch deck training now. They graduate in 11 days because as soon as I send the video, 2 days later, they came back with the homework. Then I would send the second video. They came back with the homework. Then the third day. I think one person I sent 5 videos, they graduation in 1 week, and they think the person graduated in 11 days. That's the quickest someone ever graduate ever. One graduated in 11 days, one graduated in 19 days. And that was just recently in January. And one person took the screenwriting class, started on December the 3rd. Matter of fact, both people started on the same time. They graduated the screenwriting class within a month. Then the girl said, I'm going to test the waters. I'm going to graduate the pitch deck training class in about 2 weeks. She did in 11 days. The other guy did it in 19 days. So those are the fastest graduates I ever seen, because once they get to watch the video, they do their homework and send it back to me. And then I do the next video and the next steps. And that's how it kept going and going and going until they graduate. So it's a possibility you can graduate in 4 weeks. It's a possibility you can graduate in 19 days. It's all up to you.
That is impressive.
Yep.
How did, I guess, you graduate yourself into becoming who you are? How did you learn the ways of screenwriting?
Practice, 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 learning the craft, going to different meetings, going to networking events, learning from other folks, leveraging other folks. Just I'm still learning today, learning from producers, being out in the field, learning how when you get in the meetings, the Zoom meetings, they're teaching you, hey, I want you to do this for the pitch deck. Next time I want you to do that. You learn every day. I'm learning every day from different folks. Even sometimes I learn from my students. I'm glad that my students can do stuff better than I can, and I'm taking stuff from them. Like, wow, I'm gonna use this. So you got to be out there, educating yourself, honing your own craft every single chance you get, in order for you to say, okay, I'm good at this. You can be the GOAT, or whatever, but you got to learn every day. You have to put yourself out there every day. You can't say, well, I know this, I know it all, I know this. No, you don't. There's people out there that know more than I do, and I learn from them. I take that information and run with it. You got to be, as a coach, you got to be coachable too. So you got to learn how to take constructive criticism and learn how to be coachable as a coach. That's the only way.
What mistakes did you and your students first have when you started, all of you started out?
Not being patient, being thirsty, thinking, okay, I'm looking at money before I'm looking at the process. That's the major thing. You think, okay, I'm writing a screenplay, I'm about to become a millionaire. No. You have to have thick skin in this business. If not, you're gonna quit, or you're gonna say, I need to take a step back. Got to learn the process. And if you're a screenwriter for hire, make sure you do your deadlines. When I first started, I missed so many deadlines and messed up so many times, man. It's like crazy. Like, you got to make sure you do your deadlines and finish these people's screenplays that they pay for. You got to do that and stay in communication with them as much as you can, so they know that, hey, I'm on top of things. Got to stay in communication with them as much as you can. Those mistakes. As a screenwriting coach, I'm still learning. Still, I say making mistakes as far as sacrificing my time to people that don't want it. Like, they'll come in thinking, okay, there's a hobby. And then when I tell them, hey, got to do some homework, don't want to put in the work. And I think when I first started, I allowed my students to write their own stuff. And then when their stuff don't sell or get any attention, they quit. So I teach them how to become a screenwriter, write all genres. That way you can start getting paid as a screenwriter. So that's another thing that I see, a couple mistakes I've made on the way.
Now, I just had a great question. Then as soon as I started talking, it just slipped my mind.
It happened.
I hate when that happens. But okay, let's just talk about something else while I get that question back.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are a speaker and a podcaster. What brought you into the realm of speaking?
A lot of people keep on asking me, hey, can you come to this event? Can you come to this event? Can you speak here? Can you give me a workshop for screenwriting? Okay, I do it. And it just evolved. Get paid to speak, get paid to do a workshop. Hey, either they fly you out, pay for your flight, pay for your hotel, pay for your food. They give you cash, you get paid just to
Talk about something you love.
Say you love. Like you, I believe that you can be a great speaker. You know, getting paid to speak, getting paid to let people know what you do and motivate, inspire others. Not only people your age, but people my age, younger, older, to let them know, hey, it's not too late to chase your dreams. That's another part of speaking is actually commanding a crowd. And I believe I'm shameless plug in here for Jalen that he can command a crowd. Shameless plug. So that's what the workshop, comes at and doing being a speaker. You know, sometimes you love it, and then you get paid for it. You can even love it even more. And then you be like, okay, and then you can have reels to let people know, hey, book me. I'm such and such speaking at such and such place. Book me for speaking engagements. I am available. And that way you be traveling, they pay you for your stay and hotel and flights and meals and give you red carpet treatment, transportation, just to speak to about 100 or maybe 3,000 people. I think you can do it. I'm selling you on your show. You can do it. Just to be a phenomenon. Jalen Says, the Jalen Says tour, coming to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on July 13th. Yep. Did he froze? Did Jalen froze? Did he froze? Ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Says he has frozen. I am now taking over the show. This is Coach John. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Jalen Says, Jalen will be right back, but I am taking over the show right now. I'm always love taking over people's shows, but this is Jalen Says. Anybody have any comments, concerns, questions, anything? Please speak now or forever hold your peace. Please speak now. I agree. That's amazing. Mrs. Akira, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Miss Lisa Dillon, how you doing? How you doing? This is the Jalen Says podcast, one of the rising podcasts across the country. I am Coach John here taking over until he comes back. Frozen, the camera got excited. I know the camera got excited. He is going to be back. He's still in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen is still in the studio. What's going on, Miss Muhammad? Hi, I am here. Anybody have any comments, concerns, questions, grievances? Please put them in the comments. Any questions? I am here to answer your questions if I can until Jalen comes back on the show. So, who has any questions? Do I need to volunteer people? Let's see. Miss Angel Loves Gospel, how you doing? Jason Brown, how you doing? Any questions? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jalen Says. Miss Karen Livingston, any questions? Lisa Dillon, do you have anything on your mind? Anything until Jalen comes back. Please subscribe to his channel. Share, like, however they do it. Love, comment, subscribe. He's awesome. Oh, he's back. Ladies
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like when you're talking about travel around the world, the internet must have been like, "Hey, wait a second, I'm the only one that's allowed to travel around the world," and it just like cut off. You know, it just got
cut off. But I try to hold it down until you get back, man. Try to hold it down.
Thank you,
man. That's right.
No, I got actually a good question.
Okay.
Do you like how to, I guess, not restrain, but how to keep your confidence and keep your cool when things don't work out with your writing?
You just got to know your why. Got to know your why. Why are you in this? You also have to know that one project is not going to be the end all. I always tell people, stop thinking that one trick pony is going to make it. You got to continue writing other stuff because every Hollywood people have seen the same old. write something different. Write something that is easy to make, but continue to write. Do not let that one trick pony discourage you from continuing on. You can find my accomplishments, on Facebook. Go to my website, Coach John Screenwriting Academy at CoachJohnScreenwritingAcademy.org. You still got to be confident. I always say, because I also got a book out. Matter of fact, hold on for a second.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't go nowhere, guys. Don't go nowhere.
Share input. We're saying input. Well,
I have Coach John I'm the only screenwriting coach that have his own hardcover notebook journal.
I was actually just about to bring. You know what? Let me just double this up real quick. Bada bang.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. It's a notebook journal. You can write all your scenes. And my mission statement is your mission has to be strong in your condition, because that's what I'm going to jump into. Your mission has to always be strong in your condition. If you're having trouble writing, you're having trouble with life, you're having trouble with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your side, all that stuff. I forgot it's a kid show, all that stuff. Make sure that your mission has to be strong condition and know your why. Know your why. Why are you doing this? You're doing this for a reason. So you always gotta look at yourself and say, you know what? I can't let this beat me down. You got to still be confident. I know I've been turned down 15 million times, but that one yes is going to take me to the promised land. That one yes is going to take me to the promised land. Yeah. And I do have my hardcover journal where you can write all of your notes. You got a journal, your screenplays, your pictures, and all that stuff here on the journal. And I got it's signed autograph. It's an autograph signature. And I'm left-handed. I will put it somewhere in here, put it in here, and I will write you a personal note to keep you moving forward. So this book is available on the website, as you can see right now. Thank you, Jalen. This is a hardcover journal. Now, I'm gonna tell you this much. Make sure to the ladies out there, make sure that your husband or boyfriend do not get jealous of this handsome face. That's something. So if you walking around in the house with my face writing down notes, please don't have that type of husband or boyfriend and say, why is this dude, why is this guy, who is this guy that you're smiling about? I'm not smiling at him. I'm smiling at the stuff that I'm writing inside of this notebook journal. So please make sure before you buy this book, make sure that you have a husband or boyfriend that is not going to be feeling some type of way, because I'm not the handsomest person in the world, but think about it. He'd be walking around like, who is this guy? I'm tired of looking at his face. Every time I see you walking around, every time I see myself walking around, I got to see his face every time you get that doggone notebook journal. But I'm joking. I'm just joking. But the book is available, autograph, signature, all that good stuff. So, yeah. I'm sorry, Jayla. Go ahead. What you about to say? Shameless plug 13.
I'm sorry, my dog's trying to overspeak me right now, but
it's okay.
Well, also you have your podcast where I have seen you talk about screenwriting, how people sometimes don't feel like it would just be something to have fun with, but then when they see the work that you have to put in, they just stop. So what made you decide to start a podcast?
I've had a podcast for years, off and on. And I do have the podcast called Lunchtime with Coach John. It usually came on between 1:30 on a Wednesday until 2:30 till whatever I feel like stopping. But then football season took place as a coach. I did football. So I'm bringing that back a little bit at time, the podcast. But then we have the podcast, Building a Legacy with C&D, which is about to do the finale podcast Tuesday. And then I'm supposed to be working on other people's podcasts. And in the next couple of months, whatever. But the podcast is the thing, is an opportunity to get yourself out there. And I always say, if you are an owner or an entrepreneur, a business owner, you have to get yourself out there. No one is not going to recognize you if you are invincible. They don't know you. So you have to get yourself out there. It's okay. Look, I love being on podcasts. I love taking over other people's podcasts. Like I took over his podcast when he decided to go use the bathroom or something and decided to go somewhere. So I took over and I love JALEN. I took over his podcast and I kept it going. People be like, oh man, what happened? Oh my God. We froze. He's gone. I gotta do it all by myself. Oh my God. Oh my God. I tell people this, and JALEN, you've been doing this for a long time. You have to get yourself out your own way when you do your own podcast, because you're in front of the camera. People can talk about you, great and all. I don't care. People can talk about you all day long. But who's putting money in my pocket? Who's supporting me? Those are the people that matter to me. Those people. So I applaud this young man for actually being able on a weekly basis to do his podcast with no, how can I call this? Not scared. He took that leap of faith and he has his own podcast, which means that, hey, this is why I tell him that, hey, he's going to be a great speaker, a great motivational speaker. Hint, hint. I'm throwing it out there to you. A great motivational speaker. If you can go live in front of everybody, be on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff, just imagine you commanding a crowd. I've seen you perform. I've seen you on stages. Just imagine people paying you to see you speak and be giving you inspiration. I mean, giving people inspiring, motivating stuff to get them moving. And they say, man, this 13, 14-year-old is motivating me. What am I doing? I go out there and do it myself. Think about it. I know it's supposed to be me, but forget about me. I'm talking about you. I can see you sometime this year. Get a right booking agent and say, listen, have someone to start drawing up proposals, speaking engagement proposals. Let them say, listen, I'm available in Atlanta area. Let me speak. You can do it. You can command a crowd. I'm just throwing it out there. JALEN Says, the JALEN Says tour coming to Athens, Georgia, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tickets are on sale. Then I will be in Columbus, South Carolina the following weekend. Tickets are on sale. I'm just saying, JALEN. I'm just saying.
Speaking of places you're actually going to be, you do have a workshop coming up this 16th, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I do. I'll be in Dallas, Texas, because I'll be back and forth doing the movie. But I also have a workshop from 1 to 4 p.m. I'm trying to figure out what else I'm going to talk about in the workshop. And it's going to be engaging because I consider myself as an extrovert, and I have ADHD. And I don't like to be bored, and I hate to be, and I don't do boring. So my people are gonna be educated, they're gonna be entertained, and they're gonna be voluntold. Because I'm gonna choose them to voluntold on some project, on some stuff. So it's gonna be a great workshop. Yes, can't wait.
And thank you so much for the inspiring words. I really appreciate it. And also, it seems like I'm trying to find the comment real quick, but it seems like someone in our audience says they will buy the book. Hey, you're
all right, Strong J. All right.
They're not just looking at the luscious beard; they're also looking at that incredible quote. Your mission has to be stronger than your condition.
That's right. That's right. That's always been my favorite. I'm saying your mission has to be stronger than condition. No matter how bad life gets, no matter how your physical being is, no matter what, if you want to succeed at anything, that will not stop you. That's why I say your mission has to be stronger than your condition. Your mission is to change the world. no matter what your condition is. If you got to crawl, walk, run, be in a wheelchair, no matter what, your mission has to be stronger than your current condition. If your goal is to, you know, write a next book or become an actor, your mission has to be stronger condition. I just made a post yesterday. I did not know this black lady became an actress at 88 years old.
Yeah.
4 years later, she's known worldwide for being in the Black Panther movie at 92. So it's never too late for you to start another career. She started in 88, and she started not in 1988, but she started at 88 years of age. And 4 years later, she is known around the world as the lady from the Black Panther movie.
Wow.
So it's never too late.
Never too late.
Never too late.
Now, our time is coming shorter to a close, but before
man.
we go, we gotta know. What do you do when you have a chance to, relax from writing on set, being a coach, doing all this stuff? What do you do when you have the time to relax?
Play on my PS5. You know that. Speaking of PS5, WWE 2K24 comes out tomorrow. And then I'm going to get the baseball game. And then when college football comes out in July, that's a wrap. I hope I don't be on set because I won't play my college football. I may have to bring the PS5 on location. I may have to sneak out and play the game. But yeah, that's relaxation time. The PS5, and I gotta watch my Young and the Restless. Yes, I'm a football coach and a coach. I watch the Young and the Restless too. And get off here, I gotta watch my Young and the Restless.
I remember back when my mom used to just watch it. I'd sit by there and just watch it too with her.
Yeah, it's also give you creativity and also show you how, be very creative, learn from them, and all that good stuff. But
you're saying creative. The plot lines in that not the plot lines, but not the plot holes, but the plot twists in that show are just.
It was funny.
I remember the Young and the Restless and Bald and Beautiful. I sometimes switch up the two, but with both of them, the plot twists are just. There's something.
I remember when I was in LA and I had the bucket list. It was off my bucket list that I was able enough to walk on the set of The Young and the Restless. And it kind of blew my mind because they're working on 3 walls. It's like 3 walls. There's no audience. It's just them talking with a camera, mic, and all that stuff. It's like they've been in a secluded area. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. It's not a 4 walls. It's a 3-wall set. I'm like, wow.
It's basically like a theater set, but without the audience. Well, not a theater set, but like a live.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like no out of house sets. It's just all.
It's on the studio. It's on the studio lot, but they got like 3 different the sets. Because I know CBS Studios, it's big, and they got a section for the soap operas. I walked on the set, it's like, wait a minute, this is like it's on TV, and you look around, and like, wait a minute, these 3, there are number 3 walls here, because you gotta have an out, and that's why you don't see too many soap operas open up the door. Because sometimes it's amazing and it's quiet. It's quiet. It's like now it's quiet. Like that was back in the early 2000s too. So it's amazing. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. So, and I did not know also when you're in LA. One time I got a job as a seat filter.
Oh, like one of the people who like sit in the seat, but you're paid and not actually just coming there.
Yeah, they pay you to sit down. Yep.
How's that?
That was interesting, and I've been to the Oscars twice. I sat in the nosebleed, and the theater itself is not that big. You think it's big on TV? It's not that big, and they definitely shut down Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard for the Oscars. We had to get there real, real early, man. But yeah, you taste that experience sometimes, man. You be like, yeah. And then you been running to people that you're like, oh man, you're a celebrity. You get used to it, like, oh, I see you every day. Celebrity. LA is in a whole nother world, though. LA is a whole nother beast. And now Atlanta about to become, I mean, it already is. Yeah.
Yep. Times are changing. Times are
Yeah,
changing.
it is. Yeah, it is. Yep.
But speaking of time, it seems like our time has, yes, I know. It has come to an end. But before we get off, we have to know, where can we sign up for your classes? Where can we see your workshop? Where can we find more information about your upcoming things and all that?
The workshop, I wish I had a post of it, picture. It's in Dallas, Texas. I forgot the location where it's gonna be at, but it's in Dallas, Texas. If you're in Dallas, please check out the workshop. But the night before, I'm gonna be at the Embassy Suites. If you're in Dallas, Texas, and I'm doing a Q&A for anybody want to know about screenwriting live at the Embassy Suites lobby. Just a little intimate get together for the people that's there. If you're in the Dallas area, Embassy Suites, I think 13131 North Central Parkway, Dallas, Texas. If you're there, and if you can't come to I wish I had my phone, come to the event. That's in Dallas, Texas. Tickets like $20 to $25 to come to the event in Dallas. But if you want to learn more about screenwriting, you want to learn how you want to become a screenwriter, you want to learn how to do pitch decks, learn how to become a screenwriter for hire, you can visit my website at www.coachjohnscreenwritingacademy.org, and you can also get my book on the website as well.
Yeah.
This book here on the website, a coach that got his own book. And write down your notes. If you're in the business or you want to learn how to write screenplays, a whole workbook, and I will sign it and personalize it for you with a special message for you. I may not even know you, but I'm gonna put a personal message in there for you. So yes, that's it. See, that's it. Yep. So that's the website. I did it myself. So that's the website. I got to update it, but that's the website. Thank you. And just go to it, register for some of the classes, and that's it. That's all. Yep. There you go. Good job. See, you fasten your feet.
Well,
tickets are now
so
$20
much.
to $25, not $35 to $40. But yeah. But thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And we will contact you when the interview is over.
All right.
Have a great one.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.
And thank you to the audience out there in the audience. You know what time it is. It's sponsor time. On Time Sunwear. It's for sunwear that's always on time. If you want some nice, fashionable, great, affordable shades, please check out On Time Sunwear on Instagram. Their sunwear is always on time. Now we have the Mitchell's Academy of Music and Dance. I have been with the Mitchells for a couple years now, and I can see my improvement, and you would too if you were to join them. They feel the music. They know the music. They love the music. Music lives within them. It's incredible. So if you have a passion for music and or dance, please check out the Mitchell's Academy of Music and Dance. Now, Black History Month just ended. Leave a comment down below just saying how your Black History Month has been. I'll read them. I'll like some of them. And thank you all for coming on. Make sure to support Coach John. You can never have too many notebooks. You can never have too many journals. So, hey, please check it out. If you are interested in screenwriting, please check out his website right here. Right there. That's the link right there. So please check it out if you have an interest in it. And thank you all for coming on and stay tuned. Peace.